Update 2 on Cyclone Mekunu, which is moving towards the coast of Oman, expected to get there in around 2 days' time. At 5 p.m. Gulf Standard Time on May 23rd, it had winds of 70 miles per hour and a pressure of 978 millibars. It's at 12.4 north, 55.7 degrees east, and is just passing Socotra Island as it moves towards the north. It's expected to reach Oman in the next few days, as we'll see on this forecast here, moving towards the northwest, and at the moment the models put the landfall location very close to the to Salalah, which is in southern Oman, and then moving inland, and the storm may retain itself for some time inland before actually dissipating. It's what the models are currently indicating. We'll wait and see whether that actually plays out. But hurricane conditions are very likely in those areas near the landfall zone. Right now it's just shy of hurricane status. It could become a hurricane at any time. It's a stage 3 on the CDPS scale, meaning significant damage is possible, and at the moment no warnings are in effect from Oman, but they obviously are advising about the sea conditions as the storm gets closer. Well, let's take a look at the forecast and the chance of storm conditions then. Over at Salalah there, chances beginning fairly low but then rising to very high proportions, as you'd expect, as the storm draws near on Friday and then moving inland. Still, the track forecast is not entirely certain, so it could pass east or west of that. Initially, the tracks were moving towards the west, and then they went a little bit to the east as the storm stopped moving west so much. But it looks like we're pretty much homing in now on where the landfall area is going to be. Southern Oman looks to be the area. And there's the storm moving inland. Sea surface temperatures right now fairly warm, 29 or 30 degrees Celsius, and of course land temperatures very warm, hot inland, of course, as you'd expect at this time of year, almost any time of year really, 40 degrees plus inland. Here's the storm right now in terms of wind shear. It's still holding on to that little area of fairly low conducive wind shear amounts, and then as you move inland there, rising to around 40 knots of wind shear, which would certainly kill off any storm. So here's the satellite imagery right now. Some signs of an eye perhaps developing, or an eye wall, as the storm passes very close to Socotra Island, and then the storm has no more land areas in its sights until Oman, as you can see, is just outside of the storm's influence, and that will probably make itself felt inland in the next few hours. So the first significant rainfall may occur in Oman and indeed in Yemen, and may also be being felt in Somalia as well at this time. But there's the latest. We'll have another update soon. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. You can also find our YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's Force 13 on there under the same name. You can also find our Facebook page at Force 13, which is also our Twitter handle, and you can follow and like our pages on there as well. You can also add Force 13 on Skype and my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094 for tropical weather chat.